Guys, what's poppin'? Welcome back to my channel, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who subscribed so far. So today I am going to be talking about something that I believe a lot of people will be, can relate to. So I must assume that from the description down. It's gonna be like life of an African girl, actually life of an only girl in an African home, in Africa, right? So I'm Nigerian, obviously, so I'm saying this from my own aspect, from my own experience. I'm not in any means trying to tell anybody this is what their life should be or what their lifestyle should, entail. I'm just talking about what I've been through and how I've been able to cope and move on with it. So I'm gonna start by talking about, like when I was a child, my schooling and everything like that. A lot of things are involved in this. For example, I went to my primary school in the same town that my parents lived, but then my secondary school was in another state. So I went to a boarding school. I was a boarder. So I pretty much spent 10 months of the year in school and maybe like 2 months at home. It's very difficult. It's a very difficult lifestyle because everybody thinks that you're loved, you're favored, you're pampered, you're this, you're that. But in reality, yes, those things happen, but the truth is there are also downsides to it. For example, there's some things that if you have brothers, or there's some things your brothers can do that you can't. And I know some people are gonna be like, yeah, of course there's some things boys can do that as a girl you can't. But I it was so terrible for me because I was not just an only girl, I was an only girl in a family that at the age when I was in secondary school, I think around the age 13, 14, I didn't know how to do much. I didn't know how to do a lot of things. I didn't know how to cook. I didn't know how to do a lot of things. So it was difficult for me, not because I didn't want to learn, but I was barely at home, right? My mom never had the time to actually teach me. So when people see all these things, they're like, she's spoiled, she's a spoiled brat, she's this. And you live a life of, like you're always at home. Like you're never let out. You see things that people your age mates, like people your age group are doing, but you can't, only because you happen to be the only one, and it's painful. Like I know back then when my school, some people would organize like some, oh, let's meet up together in Asaba, let's do this, let's do that, and I always give excuses because I can't make it, I can't go, nobody's gonna let me go, nobody's gonna drive me there. So a lot of people also took offense to that, as like, why is she acting like this, who should they form for, this one, that one. But whereas they didn't know that it's not something I was doing out of my own accord, it's just something that happened to have happened. That's something that, my life is like, it's just something I can't control. So, I scaled through secondary school, but when I went to the university, that's when I realized that life was difficult. Like, somebody that has always been home, like, you're never allowed to do anything, you're never allowed to do shit, you're not allowed to go, you're not allowed to do whatever. If you're going out, you're going out with your dad, your mom, you're not going anywhere to see friends or whatever. I went abroad to study in the UK, and I had to leave on my own. I went with my elder brother, but we're pretty much doing things differently. I lived alone at that time, he lived alone because we're living on campus. So I was doing everything on my own, and it was really difficult. I remember there was one time that I went to buy some groceries at the mall, and so on my way to get the groceries, like how you want to cross roads, like you want to cross a very busy road, and there's obviously traffic light that turns red, green, and I did not know what's up. Like I didn't know what to do. I knew there's something like that. I knew there's TV. I knew how the whole shit works. But the thing is, I couldn't do it. I couldn't cross. I was so scared. Like, what if I'm about to move and something hits me? What if I'm about to move and something that happens? And people around probably think that, oh, this girl is so cake. She's so bush. She don't know how to do shit. She don't know how to cross even the road. She don't know what the signs mean. And they don't understand that that's not it. The thing is, I've never had to do that on my own. I've never had to go out to buy some groceries by myself. I've never had to leave alone, do things that I should do as a human being, even at the age. I moved out when I was 16 years of age. So it was so difficult for me. People were laughing, and it was like one of the most embarrassing things that have ever happened to me, like in my life. Like, sorry guys, I'm always pulling this hair. It just doesn't, I don't know, it's wrong. It's not laying well. It's not, you know what, let's forget about it. Let's keep up with the top. you know. So the thing is, it's just, it was so terrible. I'll go to the mall, I wouldn't even know what to buy. I want to cook something. I'm like, so I know this is what it's used, this is what we use, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do, but I don't know the details of what to buy. You feel me? So I didn't know how to cook even at that time. My elder brother suffered it because when I was doing my experiments, he was the one tasting it all. Like, I was learning from YouTube, I was randomly trying things out. And if I tell people now that I learned how to cook on my own without anybody teaching me, they don't believe it, you know, because they feel like as an only girl, you're spoiled to taint. Like, you don't even have like any idea how difficult life is as an only girl. Like, you don't. Imagine my friends going out even after high school, you know, like after 1 year, like everybody has gone their way, has gone out, like maybe gone to the university, traveled out, still in Nigeria, whatever. We wanted to come together. You aren't allowed to do certain things. You're not. You just can't. I've lost so many friends like that because they believe that I'm the one doing it. They believe that I want everybody to be visiting me. I want people to be with me because I don't look, I like to act big, whereas that's not the case. Visit it, that's another case for another day. You're not like, they have to know you before you can even come to my house. That's one. And it's now a man. Oh my god, get ready to dig your own grave, because the questions that will follow, you will be shocked as to where they're coming from with all those questions. As a man, you can't even come to visit me. Me myself, I won't even invite you because I'm not ready for the questioning. It's just, I can't even tell you do this, do that. Nah, I don't have permission to do some certain things in my father's house. Nah. So when I tell people, oh no, don't come visit me, oh no, don't do this. I live in a very small town, so boring here, nothing happens here. People think I'm just doing that because I feel like it, because I'm too proud. So the reality is, no, I am not. Even at my age right now, like I said, I'm 23. I've lived in 2 different countries by myself, and you know, I never lived with anybody, and I think they still do that Cajun thing with me. So like, it got to the point that even if I have a boyfriend, I want to have a boyfriend, I must tell them, because if I don't tell them, I would have to be doing hide and seek shit, and that shit not cool. It's not cool at all. So yo, when you are young, they don't let you do anything. When you're getting old, you're like, no. When you're getting old, that's when they tell you, oh, you have to be going now. When I mean old, I mean like when you get to like 28, 29, when they say your age, you don't they come up, you understand? They will be like, you have to go up now. Why are you always at home? Why are you doing this? Whereas that time, my dear, all those, like the vibe of as a young girl is leaving you small, like you don't they come out. But as a young girl, you're in the spirit. That's when you want to go out, meet people, let people see you, you know, all that kind of stuff. And if you don't do it, then it's probably gonna be too late. You might end up marrying the wrong person. You might end up being in the wrong relationship. You might end up, because you're only entitled to those people you see in one circle, which is something that is happening to me that I have noticed. I see the same kind of people every day. I get introduced to the same kind of people every day, and I realize those are not the kind of people that I like. I don't want to be with. So it's just a very difficult life. If you are in my situation, be it as an only girl or just a girl in an African home, you need to buckle up. You need to wake up. You need to tell them, listen, life is no longer like this. You need to push hard. Sometimes, I'm not saying you should rebel against your parents, but sometimes you need to talk for yourself. You need to be like, oh no, I have to do this because of this and this and that. I mean, you have to give them reasons. Also, you can't be failing in life and be telling them all those things. You think they're gonna listen to you? No, especially when they're the ones that give you all the money that you ever owe in your life. For example, I don't work, so like every money I have, they give me, because I'm a medical student. Like, I don't even have time to take care of myself. I'll talk of making money. So if you know you have something working, something going up for you, you have like 10 months, 11 months of the year in school, and then the 1 month that you're given a holiday, you come back and they cage you at home. No, now it won't work. You have to tell them, nah, bro, it's not going to work. We have to talk about this, you know. Let them know your feelings and how, you know, because I tell you, there's nothing as painful as that. I have been in that situation. There was even one time that I came back home without letting anybody know, all the way from school, like abroad. I came back home and nobody knew, and it was something risky that I did. Imagine something had happened to me at that time. But then I needed that time. I needed that space. I needed that. I had to go home regardless, but then I still needed some time with friends, because tomorrow there are some things friends will do for you that your parents cannot do for you. Like, you can't open up to them and tell them about it. You know what I'm saying? So you need them around, and because of that, I have a very small circle. And I'm happy I do have a very small circle. Don't get me wrong. Like, having a small circle, at least you know that these are people that you trust and shit like that. But I just don't want people to have the bad impression about me, you know, and it's just not something I would do. Like, I would love for somebody to feel as well. So you have to wake up and tell them, listen, this is not going to work anymore. So lovelies, let's be brave, let's be loved. And one thing I want to say to everybody, listen, you gotta love yourself though before anybody else can think about loving you. That's one thing you need to know, because I was in that situation. Like, I can't even believe I used to think like that. Like, I used to be like, when I'll be like, oh no, I don't like me. Why do I look like this? God, I look disgusting as fuck. Yeah, I used to say that to myself. And you need to love yourself. You don't know how much that, you know, can do in your life, mentally, physically. Like, you need to love yourself, even if you're not at where you want to be at that time, but you at least love the present self, and then say to the mirror, listen, I'm gonna be a better person, I'm gonna be a better me. And please, I beg you all, don't go and saying I want to be like Kim Kardashian, or I want to be like Beyonce, or I want to be like Rihanna. Auntie, no, auntie, that one is not going to work. You understand? You could never be like somebody else. Never be like another person. Never be like another person. Because the more you try, the more depressed you get. Because obviously you're not gonna be like that person. So it puts you in a depressed state. But if you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm gonna be a better version of me and not somebody else, then you're gonna live your life happily, and things are gonna be going well before you know it. So I crave everybody's indulgence. When you wake up one morning, when you wake up every morning, look in the mirror and say, oh my god, damn girl, you look hot today. You know what I'm saying? So it's something to help you feel really good, feel happy about yourself, feel happy about life. You know what I'm saying? And that helps me go, like, it helps me move through life, like, every single day, loving myself. Don't get me wrong, I still fight to be better, I still fight to look better, I still fight to be better physically, mentally. So this video is getting really long, and I'm gonna have to cut it here. Discussion will continue next time. So guys, my keyword for y'all is just to think, love yourself, be yourself, be a fighter, move through life. It's way easier than you think. Honestly, I know some people are gonna be like, oh, but life is difficult. It's going to be difficult if you want to make it difficult. I'm gonna tell you, reach or poor. If you're poor, you have a goal set for yourself. You're fighting it. You're fighting towards it. And try as much as possible to live a positive life. If you keep putting, like, negativities towards you, accepting negative people, accepting negative comments, then you're gonna be affected. But try as much as possible to live a positive life. So I have an African girl. I really hope and pray that this is going to be, the future is going to be better for me and for all of us. And I really love you all. Bye guys.